Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another fabulous CB and the Boys radio show. We have got a fabulous hot show tonight with some fire hot topics you don't want to miss. So just sit back and relax and buckle up. It's going to be a thrilling ride on CB and the Boys. So, see you in. George, roll it.
CB Booker, George, Record Boy Homie, Roger Hawkins, Mimi Acosta. Let's go! CB and the Boys, Midweek Motivator. Come on, gather around, get the 411, and let's talk about it.
All right, everyone. Welcome to another CB and the Boys. I'm CB, and I have the whole crew in the building. You have the fabulous Miss Mimi Acosta. What's up, Mimi?
What's up? What's up? I'm in the building.
All right. We have Mr. Universe himself, Mr. Roger Hawkins. What's up, Raj? Oh, he's saying hello. All right. And we have Mr. Road Rage. Mr. Shouldn't Be the Wheel. Mr. Should Have His Wheels Revoked. George, Biker Boy Holman. What's up, George?
This is coming from the person with 3 wet cars.
Okay.
I'm just saying. What's up, Jay? What's up, JJ? How y'all doing?
Hey, guys. What's up, Trey? Go ahead, Crystal. Say what you got to say, guys.
She's stuck like Chuck.
Oh, there she goes.
He didn't lie to Texas, but you know what? That's my truth. That is what it is, you know. I'm still me. I'm stolen. Yes, 3 wrecked cars, but hey, I got another one, and it's not wrecked. It won't be. So I'm good. Besides, I'm still here. Cars can be replaced. I am irreplaceable.
Right. And none of the accidents that you've been in, you caused, right?
Exactly.
Oh, shit. Who's getting a phone call? Let me make sure my phone is on mute because
Mr. Universe is getting a call.
No, because we couldn't even hear him.
Right. Exactly.
That's a joke of the day. What do you do in the things?
Oh, no, it's not a funny screen, JJ. She's just having technical difficulties on her side of town. It might be raining. Is it raining in Arizona?
Raining.
No. Well, what's rain? Did I freeze?
No, it's her, JJ. It's not your computer. It's her.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah. This is my internet. Sorry, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. If I'm frozen, hopefully you can hear me. I say,
George, let's just go.
Can you guys hear me?
Roger, did I hear you just now?
He's frozen.
No.
So it's not just me. See?
He's not frozen. We just can't hear him. He's having microphone troubles. We having technical difficulties in the house tonight. But right now, we gonna roll with this. Come get the 411. And it's Mimi's drink special. Mimi, let them know what you're sipping on.
She's sipping on some Corona beer tonight. Yes, sir. And look, I'm going to say this. Do not judge me at all. tonight. I am having my Corona Bear in a glass with some ice and a straw.
Wow.
Hey, look,
Wow.
it's good. It still bubbles. It's cold, and I'm not messing up my lipstick. That's the most important thing. Trey is having Pepsi. JJ, what are you having, sweetheart? Because I know you're having something sweet over there. While we're at it, let's go around the block. Crystal, what you having, honey?
Water.
I'm about to be so proud of you. Water? She froze right in the midst of bringing it on. That means just leave it to the side because it doesn't count.
Water. Water.
Okay, so you're on your health tip. That's okay. You've been listening to Roger. Roger, baby, what you got going on over there? We can't hear Roger because he's having technical difficulties too, but he can show us what he got going on. Nothing?
I think he was saying nothing.
Oh,
Yep.
Hannah. Again, it's the same color as mine. So what we got going on? And then put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Tonight is gonna be chat night for you, Roger. Let us know how you're really thinking. I'll say it out loud.
Right.
If it's got anything to do with cursing,
JJ
George, you
says,
run with it.
JJ says JJ says she's just doing with the water tonight.
Water is good. Water is good.
Just got home not too long ago.
Okay. George, what you got going on?
You already know what it is. I got my Squake James Red Velvet in the house.
Yes, in the Mimi glass. Dun, 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 dun.
In the Mimi glass. Dun, dun, dun.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. So it's all good. So guys, I'm gonna really need you to do better. For you people who like water on Wednesday nights, Wednesday p.m. at 11 o'clock. Just for me. Let's just do something different next week, okay?
It's 11 o'clock your time.
Two waters.
10
Oh,
o'clock
well,
my time.
11 o'clock my time. Whatever time it is, it's going to be you guys that are regularly on the show, like Jay and Trey and Gage. Where's Gage at?
No.
Hey.
Hey!
Hey, Raj. Welcome to the show.
Bro, good to be here. Good to be here. Fuck. Bro, the struggle's real. I shouldn't have to keep doing this, but you know, I do too much with my computer, and that's why it ends up going crazy. I do a lot of shit with it, so I need to get another one. Anyway, what's up, people?
Aren't you though?
Aren't I what?
IT.
What the hell does it got to do with doing a lot with my computer? How you think I just fixed this? It's just I just need to use one for. I do it a lot. Let's put it like that.
Thank you,
It's all
JJ.
good.
That's what I'm talking about. JJ said, I got you next week, Mimi. Let's do it. And that goes for you too, CB. Have me.
I'll have 2 waters next week.
You're going to spend a whole lot of time in timeout.
Uh-oh. Trey said he got some 411. He got some 411 for us.
Uh-oh. You know what? You want to go ahead and kick it off, Trey? I'll give it to you. Let's go. What you got? And why Trey putting it together? Because, you know, he's going to have to come through it with a chat, video. What you got going on, Trey? Bring it. Anywho, so we're going to move on for right now until Trey get his together. So
I'm with it.
So we've had another one has come out the box on P. Diddy. So this is a 17-year-old. So Diddy denies the latest allegation that he gang raped a 17-year-old in a lawsuit. And he said, enough is enough. Like, he's been laid back. He said, enough. And he said, for the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Sean Diddy Combs.
I bet he did.
So this is my thing, and I'm about to say this, and this is the thing. I'm not taking anything away from any of the women that he's had these experiences with, but the whole situation with the 17-year-old, they're showing a picture of her on Instagram, okay, with her sitting on top of him, taking a picture, and all this shit, and singing in the studio and doing her little thing. What parent is going to have a 17-year-old in the studio, be pitted in them back in the day, as wild as they were? So where was mom? Where was dad? Where was management? Where was team? Where was anybody that could have done anything for that situation? So that's what it was.
In the green room, champagne. Just look. Same thing with Leah's folks and all these other young girls. All of their parents know. All of them know. So yeah, I mean, I hate to be like that, but you know, you need that money. It's a quick come up. They give you hush money, and basically they sell their child. That's where the parents are now. If you're a runaway or independent, you know, all that's one thing. But the majority of the times, these children live at home. They know their child. Usher and P. Diddy was in the bed together when the boy was 14. You mean to tell me you name a 14-year-old that can make it from Atlanta to New York and back on his own? Of course they know. They just sacrificed their children, man. So they're just as guilty.
Yes. Yes. Crystal, you have anything to say about that, love?
Every bit.
No, just ain't get it all.
You know, because we've all been in every aspect of the industry, and if your daughter had been in the industry, would she be in the studio 17 years old with P. Diddy and the crew?
Not without me.
You know?
Yeah, that's one of the. But you have to. You got everybody has a price. I know people think they don't, but you do. But by that I mean, you know, either you're gonna work yourself to death. But I just feel like when it comes to integrity, self-respect, you know, the ruination of your child. Some people don't care. It's like it's their own. It's the only way they know to get out, and so they choose it.
Right.
That's true.
So I'm gonna be all over the place with the 411 for a little bit, okay? Because you know I say certain things. I go to the industry, and then now I'm jumping into politics right quick. So Joe Biden has something to say, and I just think this is cute because Joe Biden says little things, and I get annoyed because I'm just like, sit down. Anyway, so he said he's not sure if he would be running for president again if Trump wasn't running. He said we cannot let him win.
Right.
So he's gonna stick around for a little bit because he was probably like, you know what, man, I ain't doing this. But with Trump trying to get up in there, he's like, no, we're not gonna. Who's gonna let Biden back in there again?
It's funny that he would say that, but the ironic part is he may not be in the running.
Ouch.
Biden?
Biden may not be the Democratic selection.
Oh, right.
That chick, what's her name? Haler, began with an H.
First of all, Haley, number one, is not a Democrat. She's a Republican. So whether she's or not is irrelevant when it comes to the Democratic Party, because Biden is the Democratic candidate.
I was thinking she was the other Democrat candidate because I know that the polls, she's got more on the polls than he does.
She's on the Republican.
That might be why.
Because I think she can win. One, she's a woman, and she also that same Trump that. So she appeals is there. They may not want him, which apparently will do, but he has her chance of being in their primaries than to say DeSantis. It was a Republican candidate.
Look here. I don't think Sleepy Joe would survive. I don't think he'd make another foe.
Well, I disagree. He's still very sharp, and his policies are good. Under his leadership and his presidency, America's doing great. Now I have to say it may not feel that way when you grocery and you see the high grocery prices. When you go home and market that is way up there to the extent you better off living in a box. However, as presidency, we're doing well. The has never been better. Care is as and repeal it without having anything to replace it, as usual. When stuff tear stuff down without a solution, without a plan, and if you fail to plan, then to fail. And I'll be damned if I let America
Yeah,
fail
that's not
when we
working.
have it's not to.
Yeah.
So, Mimi, what you got next?
Okay, so I was gonna say that I'm feeling everything that you're saying, every other word, but we weren't really hearing everything. But I got it. I'm pretty sure that most of us got what you were saying. It's just that it's skipping so bad that, yeah. So in Las Vegas, over there in your neck of the woods, Roger, a suspect in University of Las Vegas shooting was an older white man who recently applied for a job at the university and was denied. So, according to 8 News, he's an older white man in his 60s. 2 sources told the news outlet. Those sources says that the shooter recently applied for a job at the university and he was denied. So what happened today was heinous, unforgivable crime. McMahon said, "It's a crime that we train for each and every day. As we previously reported, the suspect was shot and killed, and Sheriff Kevin McMahill said there is no further threat to campus." So they killed him. And here we go.
On the scene at the University of Nevada, where there are multiple victims dead in a
bad.
shooting on campus. Authorities say the suspected assailant is also dead. Word of an active shooter sent a swarm of police officers rushing to the scene just before noon Pacific time. Campus police posting a message to those in the area to run, hide, or fight, a frequently taught mantra in this age of mass shootings. The university is just minutes from the Vegas Strip and practically adjacent to the Las Vegas airport. This afternoon's tragedy following a string of shootings in Texas that have left at least 6 dead. That suspect is in custody tonight. We'll get to more of that in a moment, but let's begin with late details concerning the campus shooting in Las Vegas. Here's Steve Patterson.
Tonight, terror in Las Vegas.
We heard loud shouting, immediate panic, everyone dropped down to the floor.
Just before noon, a gunman opening fire at Beam Hall, the home to the University of Nevada, Las Vegas's business school. Police say 3 people are dead and a 4th gunshot victim is stable in the hospital. The suspect is also dead.
Armed confrontation of the suspect by law enforcement stopped the suspect's further actions.
This chilling warning posted on the campus website, urging students to run, hide, fight. Terrified students sheltering in place.
We only looked through the windows for a couple minutes because we did not want to have to keep looking through because we were nervous if he could shoot up there or not.
We spoke to English professor Roberto Lovato while he was on lockdown.
We heard the clips of semi-automatic weapons just going for what felt like about 30 seconds. It was a very, very disturbing thing to hear.
Police evacuating buildings one by one. They said they have no indication of a motive.
The fact that this happens over and over again is ridiculous.
6 years ago, the city of Las Vegas was devastated by the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history, killing 58 people at a music festival. Tonight, another mass shooting less than 4 miles away.
We can't even send our kids to school without worrying if something like this is going to happen. So it's very alarming and disturbing and scary.
And Steve, I know a lot of chaos at the start of all this. Other campuses in the area were actually locked down.
Well, Lester, of course, all classes for the rest of the day, they're canceled on campus as that remains on a soft lockdown. On top of soft lockdowns at local grade schools and all remaining state colleges across Nevada.
You know
They
how
lock,
big this damn state is? So they can shut them all down. Huh?
they locked everybody down.
Right.
Everybody locked down.
Way up in Reno, huh? Yeah, I don't know.
What your people doing down there in Vegas, Raj, man?
Hey, man, I was at work the whole time. Shit, my brother couldn't even take a break. I was at work. I was south of that in Henderson working. So I heard about it, and pretty much the whole part of the afternoon, I was on the backside. So I had at that time no need to go in that area. But I mean, damn, you mad because you get a job. You 67. Technically, you shouldn't be working, but you know. See, this is gonna roll right into.
He was really mad. He was mad as hell.
Yeah, they told him they didn't need no more crossing guards. Shit, they didn't need no more door greeters. Cause yeah, homie was y'all had Pawpaw hot, but
You know what kind of
I
liability
don't
that
know.
would have
So,
been?
dang.
That would be even more of a liability if he got the job and then somebody pissed him off in the school a year later and then he kills.
He might not have been mad. So he was 67. It is what it is. But
Yeah. Okay. So moving right along.
hey, look, he needs to go. Shit, you live long enough. Shit,
This one is pretty interesting. So a man fatally shoots a transgender woman who made him feel suspicious during oral sex.
Wait. Stop. Let's stop right there. Stop right there. This is already fucked up.
I got it.
It's already fucked up. He should have felt suspicious when he even thought about it. I mean, I'm just saying. You just got this transgender woman. You already should have felt suspicious just talking to her.
This is the thing. Let's talk about it. Marion Kalen Bible. That's his last name. See, that's why things happen. Marion Kalen Bible, 25 years old, of Minneapolis, is charged with second-degree murder after the deadly shooting near Lake Street early Tuesday morning. According to charging documents, witnesses reported to police that they had heard a gunshot near the courtyard, then saw a man walking away from the area. While speaking with authorities, Bible initially claimed that he was not involved in the shooting, but later admitted that he was shown the video footage gathered by investigators. He then admitted to shooting the victim, saying that she made him feel suspicious while performing oral sex. After the sex act was complete, Bible said he continued to feel suspicious, so he shot her. Gunshot residue located on her sweatshirt.
He felt some shit.
According to police, and he admitted to shooting her from inches away. So yeah, he must have started using his hands, and he was like, "This chick got the same thing I got."
Right. He knew that chick had a dick, and he was like, "I like what's being done, but now I can't tell nobody. I gotta kill you." That's what it boiled down to. Listen, if somebody what do I always tell y'all? If your shoulders as broad as mine, if your hands as big as mine, if your feet as big as mine, and your voice is deeper than mine, we got nothing to talk about. We got nothing to talk about. So bullshit. He knew, but he should have. Don't stop with that person. Come on, man.
It did not. It quacked like a duck.
It's thank you. You want to call Donald or Daffy? Goddamn it! Shit.
Was that George?
All right. Let's just look at the two people we're talking about here.
Oh gosh.
George, why are you so upset? George over here bent.
Oh shit! This some bullshit.
It must be a whole lot of ugly coming up.
Oh
you guys. Look, man, I've entertained a woman or two in my life, and last time I checked, it ain't no missing that. And here's the thing: you can't come at me and be like, "Let's do this first. Let's do this and only this." Man, first of all, why you sound like you smoke cools?
Ew,
this is him and her.
Okay, yeah, blow her up. Blow that picture of her up. She look like a goddamn linebacker.
I know
That
it.
shit.
I wanted
Wow.
you to.
Yeah, look at that. That big ass shim got a motherfucking 17.5-inch neck. Big bitch. You knew. It's, come on, cut it out. And again, hey, you know what? Yeah, come on, bro. That big ass jawline and all that shit. Well, anyway, again, if your hands start to roam and roll like they should, hey, he knew quicker. I think what he was mad about was homegirl had a bigger wacky than he did. He felt some kind of way and then he altered. That's what I think. I think he was like, nah, listen, you ain't gonna be in a skirt and have a bigger pecker. Come on.
So CB is literally having some technical. Oh, so there's been a power outage on her end. She said, "Be back soon."
No, she won't.
Oh, and
No,
you
she
know what
won't.
happens if the power goes? Then your internet is gone. Ain't nothing you can do about that.
No, she won't. But
All right, you should be back next week.
that's real. Though. Yeah, we don't know.
She'll be back.
The struggle is real.
So, another news. There is a video of an Alabama police officer, and George, I'm sure you're going to bring it up. Woman using a stun gun on a man that was handcuffed. And of course, the video goes viral. Following footage of her deploying a stun gun on a guy who was crying and in handcuffs, an Alabama police officer has been placed under administrative leave. And from what I understand, she was extremely nasty with her words to him. And yeah, she was just happy to have this guy in handcuffs, and that's not cool. There's nothing cool about that right there.
So you know who he was? You know what his crime was?
No.
So he was known distribution of fentanyl. Now, obviously fentanyl is the most deadly drug out there. It's one and done for the most part. So here's my question to you guys and everybody out there. Because we know how fentanyl affects people, I personally have two friends, who have lost children in the past year, 2 years to that. So my question is, of course you want to be, man, he needs to be, killed or thrown in jail or whatever. But do you think that was still an abuse of power, even though because there are people on both sides of the fence? Do you think, well, he deserves it? He deserves it because who he is, or do you think that's still abuse of power because she has a duty and obligation to fulfill without it being personal?
It shouldn't be personal. I think that a lot of officers take stuff personal anyway. At the end of the day, that's not for you to judge. Your duty is to protect, serve, whatever you want to call it. The thing is, they're supposed to be just making sure that they get under arrest and bring him in and let the courts deal with whatever they're going to be dealt with. Instead of you taking the matter in your hands, now you want to be sticking your foot on people's neck, shooting them, doing all kinds of craziness, and then putting your own job at risk.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, you know what? Let me say, I forgot. Our brother Trey went through the same thing. So I don't know your feelings on that, but he also lost his son. So that's 3 people I know. I guess my thought is this: if nothing else, do your job as a cop, but elbow somebody who ain't quite right and say, hey, listen, I'll put some money on your books if you take care of him inside. But I agree, you have to do your job unbiasedly, and fortunately that's not happening. So, and they know they have body cams on, like they don't care. That's what trips me out. That's the scariest shit ever.
Right.
There you go.
We're here.
For their behavior during an arrest over the weekend. Thanks for staying up with us here at 10. I'm Jarvis Robertson. This after a viral video shows what appears to be the police officer using a stun gun on a man during an arrest. Now, we want to warn you, you might find this story disturbing. WVTM 13's Emma Owen was in Reform tonight with the message from the man's relatives.
Loved ones and community members say they're here in Reform tonight, pushing for accountability. They held a protest Monday night in response to the viral video showing a police officer using a stun gun on a handcuffed man. We want to warn you, you might find this video disturbing. After an exchange of words, the police officer pulls the trigger on the stun gun and then asked,
"You want it again? No, man. Shut the f up. You was big and bad."
She could then be heard calling him an explicit name.
She tased him in the back, and she was holding it. She was just holding it there until he started crying.
Jalexis Rice, girlfriend of Micaiah Washington, says this all started when her boyfriend and 2 others were changing a tire of the car they were driving. She says that's when the officer in the video pulled up, eventually putting her boyfriend in handcuffs and tasing him.
When I seen it, I couldn't do nothing but cry. I couldn't do nothing but cry.
Following his arrest, Washington was booked into the Pickens County Jail on several charges. He has a bond of $500,000. In a statement, Reform's police chief and mayor said they're aware of the video and the police officer has been placed on administrative leave. However, people attending Monday's rally say they want more done.
She needs to be fired, and I feel like she can leave and go somewhere else and do it if they don't hold her accountable for nothing. You're a police. You're here to protect and serve us. How do we supposed to trust you and this how you treat us?
It hurt my feelings for real.
In the statement from the mayor and police chief, they said in part, the department is in the process of turning over all materials related to this arrest to the Alabama State Bureau of Investigation and has requested a thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding the arrest. Now, as soon as we learn more about this investigation, we'll be sure to let you know here on air and inside the free WVTM 13 app. In Reform, Emma Owen, WVTM 13.
So all he was doing was changing the tires of a vehicle.
Right. So what's basically about to happen is he about to be the richest dude in jail.
Why? He'll get out, but it's come on, like that's just. And look at the sick pleasure she took in holding that on him. That shit is torture. I don't know if you've ever even had a small shock from a 9-volt battery. Can you? Those things are 10, 20, 40,000 volts. So think about when you put that little battery on your tongue. Now put 10,000 of them shits on you. That's what she did, and that's twisted. That is twisted. Now I say tase her punk ass first, then put her in there. See, I'm an eye for an eye guy. We talk about this.
Right.
Tase her little short ass. Yeah, and you know,
if I may interject for a moment. Number one, George just said what his crimes were. So, number one, you don't know if this police officer has suffered a loss of a loved one because of it. Not saying that that's justifiable, but speaking as someone who has lost loved ones to drug abuse, drug addiction, things of that nature, I would say the fact that he's still alive to tell the tale, he should count himself lucky and keep it moving. He got what he deserved. I said what I said.
See, we just talked about that right before you got the camera. Nah, I disagree. I disagree. I think these guys do too.
I disagree. I mean, maybe he should be, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be punished for his crimes, but look at that scenario. This dude is changing the tire on the side of the road. So how could that possibly even lead to that scenario? And then once you get there, I don't care if he just got through shooting the president. You want to hold this man handcuffed and then continue to tase him.
Yes.
You've already got him under control. Why are you tasing him while he's handcuffed? That's ridiculous. That's
for all those lost souls who can't tase them themselves, who are no longer around because of his poor decisions.
So 2 wrongs make a right.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Now, sis, what happened? What happened to you a few weeks ago? What happened to you? What happened to your car? Did you deserve that?
No, why would I?
Exactly. It doesn't matter. He doesn't know what you did. That person that did that to you, but maybe someone who looks like you hurt you in the past, and he took out on you. Did you deserve it? I'm not saying you've been right your whole life, but you didn't deserve that. For all the things, every lie we've ever told is the same difference. Same difference. For every lie we've ever told, everything we've ever done, somebody else is not the judge and jury. She took an oath to serve, protect, and serve, not to take the law into her own hands, play God, play judge, play jury. She puts him in front of the judge and lets it happen. She took that away.
So let me.
But you don't know if he was under surveillance or anything. We don't know the particulars of this case. At the onset, we are just the outsiders looking in and taking whatever tidbits of information that we can and pulling our own assumptions. But until everything comes out, we don't know really what was entailed, why she did what she did, what prompted her to do that. Was it racism? Who knows? Was it because he was a black man? Who knows? And of course, we're going to try to play that card. Who wouldn't? But the fact of the matter is, if he was trafficking fentanyl, then in my opinion, he deserved it. Period. Fentanyl is a one and done. At least with cocaine, you sniff it, you can still walk away.
Okay.
Unless you're in body.
So the reason that all of that information even came out, I guarantee you, is to try to discredit him, to make her situation not look so bad. And that is not right at the end of the day. I'm not saying whatever he's done. Right. I'm not saying let's look past that. Let's ignore it because of what happened. Regardless of what he's done, he was subdued. The man was completely subdued. He wasn't even fighting. He wasn't even fighting. He was just laying there in the car in handcuffs. And then she just decides to change him because he's saying some words.
And
it don't matter what he called. It don't matter what he called her.
Right. We all got sons. What if you get a call and that happened to your son just because he has a hairstyle like somebody that pissed off a cop where he lived? Then you would be all the way upset. Even if he did do something, it's a case of let the proper authorities take care of it, not her.
Yeah, of course I would be all the way upset. Anybody would when you see your loved one in that situation. But being someone who is unbiased to this particular situation, I don't know this guy. I don't know what he did. I don't know, any of the information besides what's been put out there. And whether it's real or not, I don't know.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've been trying to ask this question for the last 5 minutes. Had he been white, do you guys think that it would have gone the same way?
No, but that's irrelevant because we all agree that it wouldn't have been. So that's the problem. The problem is I don't have a white son, so I don't really give a shit about that. My son is white, but he ain't white. So the fact is, we see a trend, and it. It's sad, but it's true.
Wrong
and the point that I'm making is
wrong is wrong.
Yeah, allow him to go. I don't care. Listen, I agree. If it was my kid, if I was my brother Trey and I lost my son, the most I would say is, hey, look, if y'all find him, call me, drive off, and let me do it. But the fact of the matter is, they swore a particular oath. They have an obligation, just like when you're a doctor, you have an obligation to do your best. We talked about this the other day with first responders and all this kind of shit. You have an obligation. If you don't want to fulfill the obligation, then you should not be in that position. I'm sorry, but some people, yes, you are held to a higher standard. You have to be if you're in that role. And so, yeah, she's dead ass wrong. And I don't care if he just murdered somebody the day before. The only thing you can say is by the rules and regulations and the oath, he should be taken in. I'm not saying whether he's guilty or not, deserves to be done, whatever, but that's someone you can't trust. Because guess what? I don't look like shit to her. George doesn't look like shit to her. And we don't push any of that, but we still look like he does. That's why I have a problem with it. Not who he was or who he is. It's not about that. I know a lot of people that deserve to not be walking, but I'm not a cop. Therefore, I get to say that kind of shit. They can't. Just like, first responders and all that. You can't do that. You swore this oath. And I know it doesn't mean a whole lot anymore, but that's scary as hell. That's the point that I'm making. It's not about whether he deserves, to be punished for something he did. That's just not humane. What she did is not humane. It's abuse of power. And she should be fucking tased.
Right. Basically, he might deserve to be shot by firing squad for whatever he's done in the past. But it's not her job to do it right there on the side of the road while he's trying to change the tire.
That part. Yeah,
Not her
like I
job.
said, pay me. Keep your badge. Pay me a pay one of the boys in the joint. Like I said, let them slow grind. But yeah, that's not her job. That's what bothers.
Trey said,
It's
if
just
changing the
about
tire is wrong, I don't want to be right then.
it's just about every situation though. And this is from my own observation, so don't judge.
Okay.
But from my own observation, the ones who get police brutality, the ones who are treated like that are the ones usually who pop off at the police, who say slick stuff, they disrespect things. I've had many encounters with law enforcement. My son has too, and I taught him how to handle himself and what to do in those situations. Making the situation worse by mouthing off never solves anything, and it makes it worse.
Now on this, I 100% agree with. I'm 1,000% with you on that. You're right. Situations, bad situations, horrible incidents the whole shit can be exacerbated by what comes out of your face. So yes, I think you're 100% right on that. I also agree that there are times when you're right. Some people can't miss an opportunity to talk back, or not. You pick your battles, and some people don't. So I will agree with you that happens a lot, but we're not going to say it happens all the time or it's even prevalent, because you may have witnessed a lot of shit, but guess who's the black man on here? Guess who's probably been stopped for different reasons? Now, how we got through that is different, because again, they're still going to respond differently to you than they are to me, to a white man than they are to me, to a white woman than they are to me, to another person, but it doesn't matter. The reason that we get home and we have stories and all that is because we know how to navigate that without playing the victim. There's a time and a place to defend yourself. There's a time and a place to say shit. And when you're right there on the side of the road, that ain't it. All you say is, I'd like to speak to my attorney, please. I'm not saying shit.
Right.
So I'm not saying that did or didn't happen either. And since we didn't see the whole thing, we weren't there. On that one, CB, I have to say, okay, you know what? Maybe, just maybe. But from the vantage point of that video, there nothing he could have said to her. Let me tell y'all know what word white women hate the most. I don't care if he called her a cunt 15 times. It did not justify torturing that man like that. They hate that word. Boy, they hate it. I think it's funny. Jim Jeffries made me love it more. But does it justify using that kind of force on him? Really? Doesn't matter what he said. Doesn't matter what he said. You know? And so I just think she, again, she's a shining example.
You can't even call that excessive force. That's not even excessive force. That was
just torture and brutality.
Yeah, because he was handcuffed. He was subdued. I can see if he wasn't handcuffed and he was struggling. He was struggling and resisting the arrest. But it wasn't none of that. He was laying on the car with handcuffs, hand behind his back. And she just tased him over and over.
For all you women out there,
and then was talking shit to him while he was doing it.
He couldn't do shit. That's when you talk shit. Yeah, it's your punk ass. You came up with a little old girl. She lightened him up. Come on, man. Come on. That's why I don't like handcuffs and all that shit. No. They asked me to put my hands somewhere. I got to be able to move and use them though.
Okay.
Listen, man, I'm telling you. What we got? Keep it rolling.
So moving right along. Okay, so Rick Ross and 50 Cent has got a little something going back and forth. And apparently, so Rick Ross has a few words for 50 Cent after he allegedly made a comment about his first week sales. And then, of course, 50 Cent got something that he's got to say about Rick Ross too. Now, with these guys that are like, we look at them as, because they're like, iconic, like artists back in the day, like really coming up, doing the damn thing, making it happen. Then they get at this age, at these heights, and they start going at each other. Do you guys think that stuff could actually start with the whole East Coast, West Coast thing again with artists going back and forth?
Well, that's kind of, it's possible. Anything's possible. But you got to realize, do you know when battle rap really started? You know what two rappers started it?
I personally don't.
It's Kumo D and LL Cool J.
Oh, I would have never said that.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was Kumo D and LL Cool J, and they wrote it. They wrote their stuff together.
Mhm.
They got together and said, "Hey, let's do this," and it went viral.
Right.
It started a whole new side to the rap. You know, they brought that to the table, and they did it consciously.
Right.
They didn't have a beef. They created a beef on wax. And several artists have followed that throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there some real beef that's happened between East Coast, West Coast? Sure, absolutely. You know, so when you ask that question, you know, I think it could happen again. Well, yeah, anything can happen again, but you don't know when it's real beef and when it's not.
Yeah.
Because they don't tell you, because then if they tell you, then it will ruin the record.
Exactly.
But don't you think that some people take it too far? Because you're right, like I said, LL and Kumo D is what they get credit for the beginning of it. I'm sure there are people underground doing it, but they get credit for taking the rap battle mainstream. That being said, I also think that the industry deliberately promotes that type of stuff from us. They'll push our violence. They'll push our other shit. But what they won't do, they won't push good stuff. They won't push anything positive like love and positivity. No. But you start talking about that because it sells. And unfortunately, you know, our young people take that shit seriously, think it's real, and they want to go live it out. And then we have this whole situation. But do I think it'll get to that level of Tupac and Biggie again? No. And I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I also believe that the person who's heavily responsible for a lot of that is having troubles of his own right now. So no, all that, do I think it'll go that far again? No. But you have to keep up diversity because it keeps people interested. So yeah, like George said, you kind of have to make some of that shit happen. But damn, man, don't make life imitate art, because these guys just talking shit. Dr. Dre said that years ago in the show, 1992. He said, we're not doing that. He said, it's our job. We're just doing a job. But people don't know that. That's why people wear shoes they wear, clothes they wear, because these are our influences, sadly. But yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. Oh well.
So interesting thought.
Does anybody have any more one before I close it and say what I have to say? Because I like 2 things that I need to add before we roll out.
I don't.
I thought you were going to talk about the house in Virginia.
Yeah. So
I have that because I got that video up.
So this is the thing, guys. I just want you to know something, okay? Not all the 411 makes it on the night of 411, okay? Like, I sent a video to George. I forgot that I sent the video, but this shit is epic. So roll it, George. Just roll it.
What? Okay.
Because it's epic.
Huge explosion leveled a home in Arlington, Virginia, where police were serving a search warrant. Virginia police say they were investigating a man who fired a flare gun dozens of times from the home. A short time after they arrived at the house, authorities said they heard shots fired from inside, and then things took a turn. Wow, CNN's Gabe Cohen is in Arlington, Virginia. Gabe, what's the latest from there?
Nothing.
It's just a little while ago. They still are not confirming whether or not the man who was inside that home, believed to be inside the home when it exploded, survived. But of course, you can tell from the video just how extreme that blast was. If you look behind me, that's what's left of the house right there across this park. You can see the debris still smoldering this morning. There is debris up in the trees, a burnt out car, it looks like, right outside of the house. Miraculously, there were several police officers and police vehicles right outside the home when this blast happened just after 8 p.m. local time last night. None of them seriously hurt, and it was a massive explosion, as you can tell from that video. The home wasn't just leveled. Windows across the neighborhood were blown out. The entire neighborhood was shaking. People 5 miles down the road in D.C. could feel and hear the blast and see that smoke rising from the area. As I mentioned, that dramatic scene had started hours earlier, 4 hours earlier, when police came to the area. They say they were dealing with the man who lives inside that home, who was barricaded in the house, firing flares into the neighborhood, a flare gun shooting 30, 40 flares across the neighborhood. Eventually, police got a search warrant. They said they tried to enter the home. That's when witnesses in the neighborhood said they could hear the man opening fire with a gun into toward police. Police retreating, and shortly after that is when the home exploded. John,
Mm, mm, mm.
I think he's running from the law. He pulled a Machiavelli. He's gonna make it seem like he blew up and disappeared, and he's gonna go to Mexico like Andy Dufresne. I'm telling you, he pulled a Dufresne on him. He said, I blow myself up because I ain't crawling through shit. But he pulled an Andy on him. Good man.
That's crazy.
All right, that's okay. All right. Nah, that's interesting.
So I'm gonna wrap up my 411 by saying my deepest condolences to the family and friends and loved ones and everyone who's known. Entertainment attorney Kendall Minter here in Georgia died earlier today. He was Jermaine Dupri's Goody Mob, Peter Tosh, Ashanti, Ron Ayers. He was all of them. He has a roster that's from here to freaking Africa of those that he represented. So he was a big deal here. I know his funeral is going to be ridiculous, but my condolences and a special happy birthday to my god baby Kevy Jr. He is 1 year old on today, and this is his little picture, guys.
Is he up listening to the show? Is he partying?
That's
he got a 40?
Look,
he drinking a 40?
He's probably sleeping because he's been busy all day long. So
I mean, it's almost midnight. He damn well should be.
No, he's gonna be right where he at, honey, in La La Land. Yeah. So that is it for my 411, guys.
Cheers.
And I'll cheers to all that. And does anybody have anything else going? Let's go.
I really don't on this one. I know we got a pretty good segment, but I just had I don't have any 411. George, I don't know if you got your CB got any, but
do you have any sports business?
Real quick, I just got a couple things to say, but then I need my other segment because I got to get some shit off my chest.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Are we doing sports?
Yeah, go ahead and do that first,
we can do it real quick.
And then don't be a dick after that.
Oh, okay.
Yo, let's get it. Sports and fitness with Roger Hawkins.
Two things. One, I know we got on it last week. I hope you folks are kind of working on trimming the fat from your diet, literally and figuratively. And two, I still want to, we working these abs. We're doing abs for the month of December. So, if you happen to have before and after pictures, or if you happen to want to show results and all that, I think we need to arrange some merch for y'all that's doing that. You know what I'm saying? If you got no pack, give me one. If you got two, give me three. I'll take, weird geometry. Let's keep it going. I'm gonna keep you guys inspired about this whole month. That, and then the only other thing I have to say is the Chiefs are playing like shit right now. I'm not very happy. They look like trash. I love them, but fuck them. So anyway, we're not happy in Chiefs land and Chiefs kingdom, but it's all good. Everybody, has to go through peaks and valleys. So that being said, that's all I got. Anybody have anything else? Mimi, you want to step on my subject real quick? I know you know something. G, you got something? Anybody? Otherwise, like I said, we'll keep it moving. We'll keep it moving. I just had to get it off my chest.
We keep it moving. We got any movie, CB?
No.
Cardinals ain't doing shit.
You said
Whatever.
everything you said was my thoughts
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Let me get it. Yeah, for real.
Here we go. Wait a minute. Let me do this first.
Hold on, I need.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language, which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Whatever happened to chivalry? When did it all break down? Seems like everyone's selling their bullshit in this town. Whatever happened to loyalty? Nobody's got your back. Is it your friends or is it your enemies on the attack? Everybody wants to be something they're not and have shit they ain't got. Don't be a dick. Don't be an asshole. Just be nice. You don't have to be that guy. Show some respect. Just be a person. Love one another. You don't need a reason why. Don't be a dick.
Welcome to Does This Make Me a Dick with Roger Hawkins.
Automatically.
I mean, Okay, I'm gonna go pretty quickly, but I got some doozies today. I'm just in the mood to be an asshole, so here we go. First one: if you give your partner, let's say, a kidney, an organ, and y'all get divorced, is it wrong of me to say you should get that shit back?
That's some bullshit. No, you don't do that. That's a no-no.
Wait a minute, say it again.
What? If you get married to somebody and you give them a kidney and y'all get divorced, should you get your kidney back?
Let's go to the hospital and get this shit cut out right quick. Let's go.
Pretty much. So you gonna go lay up in another bed with my kidney?
JJ, because our people have a say. Yeah. So yeah.
Hey, I'm dead ass. Listen, now listen. You can get one of the cars. You can take half the furniture. You get the key. I'm giving up a kidney. You can have all that shit back, but yeah, run my stuff. Yo, you and that dude, you fucking on dialysis because you ain't doing it with my kidney. So you're welcome. You're welcome.
I am gonna keep you prayed up for your health, okay? Real dick.
Yep. And I mean, what?
I'm curious.
What?
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Mamacita, I pray that nothing happens to your kidney over there because Roger is a dick.
She know I'm conditional. I got several rules. I ain't saying you can go, you can stay gone. But I bet either I can take that bitch out or you can let a doctor, but you can't. One and done. That's it. You can ask her. You think you would take it back? She might look and be like, it might. Yeah. So anyway, I'm that dude. Anyway, okay, I got another one. So,
wow, guess what?
Right.
See?
It's been done.
Whoever it is my fucking hero. Whoever did it is my hero. You're welcome.
No.
No,
Yeah,
wait.
in 2020, let's see. It is a
Whatever.
Anyway, I'm moving right along. Okay. So here's the next one. There's another. Okay, so there's a person. So if you're married to a person, right, and then you guys get divorced, and it was nasty and things didn't go a certain way, and he or she is now remarried, but they're dying. They're dying of cancer, dying of whatever, and then they come to you and say, the kids come to you and the ex comes to you and goes, we really, really need your help financially and all kinds of other things and all that. And the kids are going, hey, this is our other parent and all that. We love this person. Do you help out? They're dying. Do you help out? You divorced, maybe moved on, maybe not, but do you help them out? And the kids are begging and asking all that shit. Bueller. Motherfucking Bueller. But I can't have my kidney. But I can't have my kidney. But I can't have my kidney.
Hey man, I'm stuck on the kidney thing, man. I totally missed that whole one because I'm stuck on the kidney.
Nah, you can't have that.
Hey, a Long Island woman filed a claim asking for the kidney she donated so that her boss could move up on the donor list after the boss fired her shortly after she donated the kidney.
Oh no!
You know what? I read that.
Wait. This is a case that the court tried in Philadelphia, but this case comes shortly 2 years after a man in New York who gave his now ex-wife one of his kidneys and asked for it back in the divorce settlement when he found out she cheated on him.
Yeah, wow. I'm saying.
Actually do this. I'm shocked.
I love them. I love every one of them. But ain't nothing. Okay, listen. Again, right now, baby, you're pulling from the no shit pile. Hey, tell them we don't know. I think I'm perfectly normal. See, I admit things. I own my shit. Okay.
This is the thing, JJ. There's some people on earth that are dicks. We happen to have one of our team.
Listen, every guy alive wants to have or be one. So there's that, I guess.
Does the fact that he corrected the spelling on that make him a dick?
Yes, I love that too. I'm here for it. I'm here. Okay, so on the second one, JJ said there's no right or wrong answer. I 103% fucking disagree. There is. Okay, so since none of you pussies want to own up to it, here's Roger's answer to that second question. Do you help her out? Nope. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't matter how much I love you or loved you or something like that. If we get divorced, now, if it's amicable, I guess, but in a situation where things have been done wrong,
It was nasty.
Anything about that is just like you said, just being nasty and doing somebody dirty and making their life miserable. Then you're gonna get married and blah 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 blah, and it's been bad the whole time. And then you come back at the end and go, "Can you, sir? Would you, sir? Could you please?" Roger would I would actually go to the hospital, bend down, kiss her hand, whisper in her ear, "Tell Jesus I said hi. Go fuck yourself," and I pull the plug and walk away. No, you can't do your boy wrong. No, you can't do it. I'm vindictive. I'm spiteful. I'm just that dude. I mean, it is what it is. Especially if I haven't given you a reason to. If I'm giving you a reason to, do what you want to me. I've given you a reason. But if I legitimately have not, fuck you, feed your fish. I'm just not
Roger,
that guy.
I just really want to believe that you can really be that guy, and I don't really think you can, because your wife, you guys have been married for a really, really long time. You cannot possibly be the kind of dick that you're being right now. You can't possibly be that.
But no, here's the thing. I have all the potential in the world to be. I'm just saying, under all of these different circumstances, 100%. Shut up. Listen, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Y'all got to understand it's a long day. And I wasn't even near the campus. Bless the dead. But, no, can I be 100% if you give me reason to be, and I can do it with no conscience, because I don't deliberately shit on people. Things happen to everybody. I don't deliberately do people dirty. And again, none of us is perfect. But what I'm saying is, if you drag me through stuff that long and do all that, no, my call game
Yeah.
is cold then. So no, there's no. I'm sorry, and you can't come back around after that. You can't just run me through the mill and then think I'm gonna say, okay, I'll let it go just one more
See,
time.
this is why I think Roger and I get along so well, because I think one of the common traits that we both have is that we're technically classified. We would be technically classified as a sociopath.
Sociopath.
I mean, that means you can kill everybody in the room and not even feel bad about it. You know what I mean?
But you won't, because you love friends and people, but the potential's there. You know it's there. You own it. That's where self-control comes into play. And I have a whole rant about that too. But I'm just saying, don't give me a reason to. You never have to worry about that because I'm in control. That's a great thing, self-control. So that's a good story for another day. But I'm closeted, George. I'm closeted. Okay, real quick, here's another one. I'm gonna throw this at y'all just because. Hey, is it me, or am I the only person in the world who now hates and is sick of the name Samaj? Now, let me explain to y'all, for those that don't know what Samaj is.
It's James backwards.
Exactly, and somebody thought that shit was so clever once upon a time, and it was.
It's what?
Okay, have you ever seen that, George?
It's from the movie
No.
Lottery Ticket. Charlie Murphy's character's name was Samaj.
That's not that. I heard about it before that, but it's funny. I heard it years ago, but even before the movie. But again, it's James spelled backwards. I think whoever did it first or even second was probably pretty clever, pretty funny. But now it kind of irks my damn soul when I see these young children come along. His name is Samaj Malik Mustafa Hightower Jr. the third, and it's just like, I don't know. It's something about it that bugs me. I don't know. I'm a dick. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with him. It's something about it that bugs me. Anyway.
You said all those names like you really know someone by that name.
Hey, what if you Google it and somebody got that name?
Hey, don't be talking about that, baby.
Yeah, there's a lot of people with that name.
My point exactly.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. I'm done. Okay.
I've never heard it. It sounds pretty though.
But that's the thing. Yeah. Okay. This one's really gonna listen. I'm already going to hell on scholarship, but this is gonna get y'all ticket punch for going with me because y'all gonna look at me and be like, okay, does it make me a dick? Because I think that if you get on an airplane and you know that you're 113 or you're this big and your bag is this big, and if you can't lift it over your head and put it in that overhead bag yourself, you shouldn't be allowed to bring it on the plane, because what you're doing is you're actually bullying people into giving you their time and energy and entertaining you, because nobody wants to be thought of as a dick or not being nice to an old person or a little bitty lady or whomever. So I feel you either should get charged double or lift some fucking weights. That's just my thought. Because that ain't fair. That's just like me walking down the street with my pecker out, expecting somebody to come and help a butt out. Like I said, that's not cool. But I think you debo people by doing that. Listen, I just noticed it because I fly a lot. And yes, I help people from time to time, but the shit bugs me because you get on knowing somebody's going to do it. But is that fair? Is it really fair? I think we should be charging people. Hey, everybody's like, dude gotta go to church. He needs to go to church. I be by myself on this one. I don't care.
Just so you know, Samaj is actually the name of one of Noah's sons.
Nigga, man, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe whoever rewrote the Bible put that in there, because I know James is in the Bible. I don't believe that shit. Hey.
So I think we need to jump into our topic while we only have some minutes left. So.
Okay. Wait. No. Wait. You took it away from me last week. I got one more. Y'all ain't gonna take this shit away. This is my last one. I gotta do it. Because we had a guest last week. So does this make me a dick? Because as a rule, you don't necessarily talk about you don't talk about other people's children, but I just want to know, is this not to be talking shit and all that? It is. Come on.
Oh no. You know what?
I found his mother. I found his mother. I found his real biological mother.
You know what?
Hey, y'all, you welcome. You welcome. Listen, I don't really give a shit. Y'all can get mad at me all you want. Here's the reason. People say,
If
don't
CB
nobody
and the
else
boys,
kid.
if CB and the boys is blackballed by Ti, we know why.
He can't whoop me. I know he think he a badass, but him and his son ain't. So you can get mad and sue me, but you can't whoop me. So no, okay, I'm done. But I only do that because he's a little dickhead, and that's why I don't feel bad. And he's 18, so he's not a kid. So fuck him. But anyway,
JJ,
Ti,
you're right. He's got a one-way ticket.
I'll see y'all there. Listen, Ti, I know you probably don't like me no more. I like your music, bro. I like your music. I think you're a really savvy businessman. And I know you're mad at your son too. But since he's talking shit to other people that work at Waffle House, nah, little dude, gotta go. Anyway, I'm done, George. I'm out. I'm done.
It's actually a bunch of those.
I know it is. It ain't just me. I know.
It's all good. George, do you have your segment? 90
Yes.
seconds.
Yes.
Yes. Let's go.
Hold on.
Don't put nothing up on that baby. No.
Before
George.
I do,
George.
He ain't no fucking baby. Stop. He ain't no baby. No.
Bam.
See? We done. Now we done. Okay.
I didn't create it. It's on the internet.
I'm done.
Don't be a dick, Pat. You're about to be on that side of the segment. Okay?
Hey, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family.
I'm just saying.
Okay, let's go.
I didn't make it. It was just already there.
Go ahead, start your segment. 30 seconds or less. Work list info. Come on, let's go. Roll it.
There you go. Wait for it.
I'm close to the psychopath.
Information in 90 seconds or less. Here we go. The most visited country on the planet is France with 90 million visitors. Who's at number 2 is Spain. 92% of the world's currency is digital. The wealthiest company in the world is Apple with $2.7 trillion. Brazil boasts that they are the most biodiversity country on the planet, with more than 50,000 species of trees and planets. Scientists say tears tell you the reason someone's crying. If a tear drops from the right eye, it's tears of joy. If it drops from the left, it's tears of pain. The longest reigning monarch ever in the world was Louis XVII of France. He ruled for 72 years, 110 days. And there you have it. Work this information in 90 seconds or less.
I bet the next time somebody cries, hold on. Hold up, man. All right.
Which eye did that come out of?
All right, perfect timing. We got about 3/4 of an hour, so that's good. CB, my lady, would you like to tell everybody what today's sujeto is, and we'll kind of jump in.
Well, the topic is talking about the difference between a single parent home and a 2-parent home. if it is true that in a two-parent home they have an advantage over a single-parent home. Basically, what prompted this, there was this TikToker who did an interview, and she was saying that single women or single mothers produce the worst children. And speaking as a single mom, I say bullshit. That's not true. Whether a child comes from a single parent home or a two parent home, I've seen people come from two parent homes and be totally fucked up. So I don't think that whether you come from a single mother or a home where you have two parents, I don't think that that has a bearing on how you're going to turn out in life. So what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Manel, how if you hear me?
Yeah.
You like
No,
that?
we don't.
Like that?
No,
Ladies
I really
first.
don't.
JJ's got a good question.
Mhm. Are we talking about a traditional two-parent home or yes, traditional. She was definitely anti-LGBTQ. So she was talking about a traditional. And see, I have a problem with that. I think as long as a child gets love, that's what counts. There are many kids who, and I learned this my way because one, I was an only child by my mom. But I had the best of both worlds because my dad was also still in my life. And I still had the opportunity to have siblings because I have half siblings and a stepbrother, but I have half siblings. So I had, I was raised an only child. I got whatever I wanted, spoiled brat, still am, proud of it, whatever, unapologetically, it is what it is. But anyway, it doesn't change who I am and it didn't define who I am. Whether I had my mom and dad together or, raised by my mom, a single parent. So I don't think that that has any bearing on that. I think as long as a child is loved, because many times I would rather have had, and my kids even expressed this to me, they would rather have me at my time rather than getting the latest new gadgets or the latest new kicks or whatever. Because sometimes, being a single parent, at least in my experience, I did overcompensate and give them whatever they wanted, as a substitute for me being at work all the time or doing something like that. So I don't think that, whether it was a single parent or two parent home, I don't think it should make a difference.
Okay. So that's as a single parent. We got, multiple single parent.
Yeah, I was
But
definitely a single parent too. So it's interesting because it's it is what it is. So my daughter was raised with me and she's just like super cool. And then my son was raised with his dad, who was a cop in the military, and he's just all over the place. He's definitely the helicopter bungee jumper, military crazy, just off the rockers. So I think it has different bearings. It's really and truly how the kid was raised with, whether it's a single or a double parent. Like if you're raised with a lot of love and attention and all the things that they need, and just let them be and keep them at bay, but keep them respectful and mold them in the way that you think that they should be, so they can, whatever happens in society later, they can carry themselves, is one thing. But then if you decide that, you're going to raise them out in the freaking woods with a gun in their hand and, from little, then they're going to grow up to just be like, I'm going to do whatever I want because my daddy taught me when I was 5 that I could shoot a gun. And so it's all depending on how they're raised,
all right. And so George, you were just talking about both of your folks are still alive. I don't know. I'm assuming they were together the whole time you were growing up. So what's your thought process? And now, because we are all older and parents, you can kind of give a little bit of feedback from that standpoint as well.
Well,
come on, Papa.
That's interesting. because there's so many scenarios that change things.
Yes.
Because you could be your traditional, or your two-parent home was a single child, and then you have siblings. So what you get with an only child versus what you get with siblings,
right,
is completely opposite end of the spectrum.
Yes.
But just on a just in generalities though, you know, because we know there's a lot of situations, but like, because again, you have both of yours,
right,
which is sadly is very rare with us.
Yes.
And so again, I think the agreement is there's so many different scenarios, like you said, that yeah, you can. Okay, so here's what I think. When we talk about traditional, we're talking about the rule, not the exception. So if you're talking about the rule, should be that obviously if you have two-parent home, you get complementary roles. And we also know how non-traditional families go. We know how blended families and things like that go. So to answer the overall question, just in general, do I think it's better? Yeah, I think from a traditional standpoint, obviously it's better for multiple reasons. But again, and I was raised in a predominantly single family. I say 94% single parent. You know, I had a father in the home from about age 9 to 14. That was it. So I didn't have a lot of that. Before that, single mom. After that, single mom / grandma. So I didn't have it. But at the same time, I look at my situation now and I think I know just how, how sometimes you can bounce one off the other, because you're not going to always agree with either one. But if you have the right combination, then there's a balance in there. Now, again, oftentimes we tend to choose differently, shall I say, when we're younger than we would if we were a little bit older, middle age, and that goes to show that you look back. Why do you think if you ask 90% of people, the person that you may have had a kid with or got married to or did whatever with back in your 20s, say now, would you do it again? Most people are like, yeah, because you're different. You're different majority of the time. But still, from the standpoint of where I'm coming from, because I grew up without a father, which I never use as an excuse, because I found role models in different people. I found most of my role models were coaches. So they were a coach or a teacher, someone that could teach me something. Luckily, all decent human beings from the standpoint of just showing me things. They're just things that women can't teach kids any more
You
than
had none that took you to summer camp up in the woods.
No, I didn't get to do Camp Happy Forest because they said I was, I liked it too much.
Roger, George is being a dick right now. Let me find that.
It's okay. Sometimes that's what counselors want to see.
I don't think. Let me tell you something. If Roger had a coach that took him up in the Ville, he would not be here today.
Yeah, I'd be locked up because. But the thing is, like, again, and we're joking, but it's true. My wrestling coach was a huge father figure. My science teacher, who was one of my good friends' dads and ex-Marine, was another good. So I had intelligent, like manly men. I'm sorry, don't even get me started on the pussification, these soft ass perm wearing pussies nowadays. But there's a difference. It was manly men. You know what I'm saying? They showed you how to be a man, be a father, work on vehicles, get dirty, do. That's what you supposed. That's how I want to say that.
You're very lucky because that doesn't even happen a lot. I mean, I think back then it was easier, it was different than today. You know.
Well, you were supposed to have neighborhood fathers and neighborhood. We didn't have any of that. 90% of kids in my neighborhood were single parent. There was like 3 or 4 fathers, and they weren't trying to take to us in the neighborhood because they knew if they had a daughter, guess what you're trying to do. So they weren't trying to give us an education because we was trying to give their daughters education. So we didn't have neighborhood fathers. I ended up being that neighborhood father before I moved out here, and even still to some degree here. because I understand what that meant. But the truth of the matter is, and CB said it, and you said it, we all said it. Do I think you can raise a decent person? 100%. Obviously, like I said, I'm a shining example. Obviously, you can raise an okay person being a single parent, but there are things that will be missed, and it doesn't matter how good of a parent you think you may be. Because I've very rarely heard somebody go, "I suck as a parent." Least of all, but the truth is, there are going to be missing elements. Can it be made up? Yeah. But does it manifest itself in another way? Yes. So again, if we're just going to make a blanket statement, is it better? I say if you have, minus the crazy shit. No abusive alcoholics or drug addicts or felons or whatever. But if you just have mom and dad in the house, everybody goes to work, does their thing. Yes, I think that's better. You have to have that dynamic. It's balanced because what ends up happening.
If you got June and Ward Cleaver.
Yeah, well.
All right. I have a question for you guys. So we had talked earlier about everybody having their price. So let me ask you, June and Ward Cleaver. Beaver is an aspiring artist and he wants to learn more. And someone say Beaver gets the opportunity to go to Puffy's boot camp for artist development. Do you think that the Cleavers, that Ward and June would let him go?
Fuck no.
Is this before they knew what was going on at Puffy's boot camp?
But here's the catch.
Good question.
Puffy is going to pay them to let Beaver go.
So
say Puffy
hell no, I ain't fucking with Puffy.
$100,000 to let Beaver go to the boot camp.
Alone? You talking about alone without them? Or with them? See, that right there, the problem is, if you have two working parents, ain't no way. You have an able-bodied father in the house, ain't no fucking way. He ain't got that kind of price. Most men, unless they're addicted to something powerful, most men will never sell their child, because our job is to lay down and die at any moment for our children. I don't live for my kids, but at any moment, I'll stop breathing. So that being said, are you out of your fucking mind? I'm never that broke or destitute. That's a challenge to my manhood. And that's why you get these either single moms that don't have a way out and they need that big money, or they got some weak ass dude in the back letting her run the show, and that's how those kids end up like that. Come to my door and ask if I can ask my kids. Ask him to come ask me that and see what they tell you. Say, go ask your dad. Can you come with me for $100,000?
He's willing to give you $1 million.
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do?
What's up?
I'm gonna take the money, and then I'm gonna send somebody else's kid.
Jesus Christ. Okay, no, listen, he got me beat. George got my seat. Hey, George is going to hell on the trip. But this month with George is cheating numero uno. Christ almighty, man. Listen, I'm bad.
I'm gonna take the money and send somebody else's kid. They want your kid. Okay.
Yes, the kid is a kid.
Trafficking, right? You go to jail for that.
Hey, come out here, baby. Come on, babies. Damn, dog. I go to Alaska. But I see what you're saying, CB. We said everybody has a price. The thing is, and this is not a brag or posting like that. First of all, $1 million really ain't a lot of money, but it is. Second of all, if you really understand how to get it, and I know a lot of people do not. So let me just speak for me. I can't speak for anybody else. There is no price. There is no price, because what you have done is you have condemned your daughter. You have ruined your child, daughter, son, whatever. You've ruined them forever. As long as you can live with the fact that you've ruined them forever, because that's a trauma they cannot come back from. That $30 million ain't gonna do shit but help Cassie self-medicate and probably self-destruct. There is no amount, not a trillion, not a billion. But I'm not destitute either. There's nothing that would make me do that. Here's the thing: if your child comes to you and goes, "I absolutely am going to go with it without your permission," you know what I do? Okay, now I take my hands off, because, and this is where this is where I become that person. If you disobey and then you go do it and then you come back and you want my help, my hands are off, my door's closed. I will
Whole
not.
problem.
I will not.
Because the thing about it is that you don't mess yourself up, and now
And you want me to fix it.
want
I
the
won't
parent
do
to
it.
clean it. And then
Yes, I won't do it.
because the parent is gonna be on this, you know what, you
Right.
went over there, now you want me to come clean your shit. And then that's gonna be the child's retaliation back and forth with the parent because
No,
you
it's
shouldn't
no.
have done this. You should-
It won't be any of that. It won't be any of that. It'll be simply, I told you not to. You disobeyed. You are now on your own. So when you come back, you got somewhere to stay and all that, but you want me to go fix that? Absolutely not. You disobeyed. I tell you all the time, I'm not a 3-strike dude. I'm not. Because if I'm
Shoot,
doing
you may
everything
not.
in the world,
You may not even have no place to stay. Fuck around, and get to my
depending
door. Fuck
who
around, and get to my
fucking
door.
chasing you.
Hey, you mess around and get to my door, I'll look at you like this.
You know, I mean, the thing is, with girls and with boys, is different. With my son, he'll be like, "Hey, find a tree. He's in the military." My girl's always got somewhere to stay, but you disobeyed. And the problem is, it's gonna be tougher living here now than wherever, because yeah, I'm pulling everything up, because I don't reward that kind of behavior. I don't care how old you get. I don't reward you deliberately disobeying, going and doing something detrimental. So to that I say no. But again, as men, we can walk out the house right now legally and come home with several $100s legally. It's very little that you can do at midnight and come home legally with $500. It's just the truth. You can't. You don't want to. You ain't doing nothing dirty or hard or whatever. So I say that to say, in a household, we all have certain options and advantages. And that's why I say it is preferable to have the balance. It's not always going to happen, but it's preferable. Because the thing is, look, I know a single dad whose daughter ran on my track team. And, you know, again, from the straight and narrow and all that, she was great. I mean, great kid, never got in trouble, blah, 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 because dads were X's and O's. But you know what? She got to college, got done, and she still ended up deciding she wanted to be with somebody and get pregnant. It doesn't matter. I also know people that were single moms who, you know, went to school, got doctorates, and got married and did the right. It doesn't matter. And then I can tell you lots of stories where the shit didn't go that way. And I just feel like, to my own credit, sometimes my kids will tell me, I am happy and thankful that I do have this, because I see how jacked up some of my friends are. When one parent is way off balance, guess what? You have nowhere to go. You don't have any help. But, and so if you got attitude, if you mad, if you whatever, guess what? They have to endure that. And if you, and I usually say with the boys and women, if you're a boy child in the house of a woman who is masculine or playing mama, daddy, and Santa Claus, it usually goes south because there's no balance. It doesn't say you're a bad person. It just says you cannot teach what you don't know. I want my children to look up and say, no matter how nuts this fool is, yeah, you want your daughter to get somebody who resembles you, as long as that's, I want them to get somebody who's dead set on taking care of them, providing all that, but a little fucking crazy. I'm with that. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So, I wasn't that fortunate, but I'm also not on that.
Well, thank God for small favors. Okay.
That part. I'm on Jack. But,
wow.
Well, but so do you guys, and I do, I wholeheartedly believe that these oversensitive. So when I was talking about control earlier, here's one of the things I'm going to say. People do. So do you guys believe that, guys should be able to be vulnerable, be emotional, be all these things, at any given time with, their woman, their whomever. Hey, Carrie, how you doing, sweetie? From time to time, after we have to be grown up a little bit, just a little bit. Don't hold it against us. Thank you for tuning in, though. So I mean, these, you know, and I had this discussion with my sister-in-law last week, and then my younger daughter. We get into it all the time, but we have this discussion. What are your thoughts on that? Like really emotional men or hypersensitive men or men that are really in tune or vulnerable or whatever. What's your thoughts on that, ladies?
I said it before and I'll say it again. No woman wants a bitch. I'm sorry. I don't want a bitch ass man. I want somebody that can pick me up and spin me around and carry me around. If I fall down on somebody, they can throw me over their shoulder. You don't want a bitch. You don't want someone where if you're out and trouble erupts, that they're gonna run away.
So he can't be a sensitive. He can't be a sensitive bodybuilder.
Huh?
He can't be a sensitive bodybuilder.
It's one thing about being sensitive, but there's another thing. There's a difference between being sensitive and having a heart and being a bitch. So say you're walking and some dude comes up on a motorcycle and says, "Give me your purse." And the guy you're walking with is supposed to defend you, but instead he runs away, leaving you standing there. So yeah, no, there's a big difference. You know, you can be a sensitive bodybuilder, okay? Sensitive having a heart is one thing, but being a bitch, I want someone that I feel protected by. Because I can protect myself, best believe, but I want to be with someone who can protect me. You men told, "Oh, we're the protectors. We'll protect you. Stand behind me. I'll protect you." You want somebody that's gonna be that. Stand behind me. I'll protect you. That's what you want. You want a bitch who'll run away at the first sign of trouble.
But now, I'm not talking physically now. What about just expression, Mimi? Expression. What about expression to you, letting you know something? You know, I feel this way.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'm okay with that. Not overly sensitive, but my thing is that we should allow our men to be able to express themselves however that comes out. It is what it is. My thing is, you're with a man. If it's a man, that's a man that ain't out there doing no dumb shit and he ain't out there on some fag shit and you ain't being, "Oh, it's okay," you know, all the bullshit. That is, you know, that's just one thing. If you haven't, because you know, you can't really measure emotions. An emotional person is going to be an emotional person. If you have somebody that shuts down and they don't tell you shit, and then they go to the next woman out there and get their shit done, you're going to be pissed off. "Oh my God, he's cheating. He's this. He done shut down." That's because you was a bitch to him. You didn't allow him to be himself and be able to let him express himself. And, you know, that's that. Then you get that. But it's okay to let him be emotional. Like, just let him be. You know? Shit, we get emotional.
Oh, fuck. That's apples and oranges.
People do to us what we allow. A man is going to do what you allow. If he cheats on you and you choose to stay, best believe he's gonna do it again.
Yeah, but Chris, we're talking about allowing our men to be open with us, be emotional with us, be able to express themselves to us versus shutting them down. Like, "Look, I don't want to hear that shit. Take that shit elsewhere." Shut them down, and then they go elsewhere because they're not getting it at home, what they need, you know. And it doesn't have to necessarily be cheating. It's just taking themselves out of your equation because you don't want to hear that shit.
But the thing is, if you have open communication, because the thing is, communication is the key in any relationship, being it a romantic relationship, platonic relationship, business relationship, whatever the relationship may be, you have to communicate. No one is a mind reader.
Right, but communication, but listen to this, Mama. Communication and allowing them to be emotional is two totally different things. We're talking about just allowing them to be emotional because that's where we're at with this. But you're saying, I don't want no man to be no bitch in my world. I want him to fling me around and pick me up and toss me around.
Hold on, Roger. Hold on. What I'm saying is I want a man that can protect me, make me feel protected. Now, it doesn't matter if he's sensitive. That's another thing, or having a heart. you know, someone who cries at a movie, okay, whatever. But if you don't feel protected by your partner or your date, then you might as well be alone. Everybody wants to feel protected. Everyone wants to feel like somebody's there that's got their back, that if something jumps off, you know that this person has got you. And if you're with somebody that you don't have that feeling with, then why are you with them?
Okay, so let me say this. And well, G, what's your take first? Because I definitely want to know. I'm sure I know, but tell me. If we're talking sensitive, we're talking more emotional right now, not physical. We're going to get to that too, but we're talking more the emotional aspect of it.
Yeah, because physically, I'm ready for that. Did y'all see what Mandy just said? I'm sorry, before we continue. Mandy,
Yeah.
Facts. Your man should be totally comfortable. My job is to build you back up. If you come to me broken, men are humans.
Facts.
Yeah, facts.
Sexy. That sums it all up.
What's your thought, G? She's double.
For starters, I'm not gonna come to you broken anyway. So
Everybody has baggage.
Yeah.
Baggage,
not broken,
baggage and broken is two different things.
Right, broken to the point of like abusing somebody and doing some shit. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here talking about,
not
baby,
even
let's
that.
go counseling
Not even
together because you got a problem and you just hit me and my eyes black. Shit, pow pow pow.
Right.
No, I'm not talking that. I'm saying that everyone has baggage, but if you decide to stick around and help them unpack their baggage, then that's your choice.
Right.
All right, spill it, G, spit it, because this is always fun.
Well, I mean, it ain't much to spit. I mean,
so you're like that. You're not going to be one of those. My guess is, you know what, you're not going to come and be like, let me put my hand in my lap and tell you how bad my day was, and it's just so tough out there. Exactly. Now, before y'all say anything,
I don't even want to talk about my day. I come home. My wife used to ask me every single day, "How's your day?" She don't ask me no more.
Right.
You know why? Because I give her the same answer. I work.
Yeah,
I work.
It's a real difference, ladies. Okay, ladies, let me just say this. I know you guys see a lot of stuff and listen on it, but let me tell you again. Did you hear how we just went through all that? Here's the difference between men and women. You know, your job is to come and unload, tell us all that shit, give us all the detail, do all these things. We have to listen because we love you. We don't give a fuck, but we love you. So go ahead and talk. Here's the deal. A man ain't going to do that for two reasons. One, that's not how we operate. We're not going to think, oh, we're so tough and so on my bit, because, like CD said, even though it's a different way, it's kind of bitchy to us. It's not that we can't tell you, hey, shit was rough. But that's the most you're going to get out of us. You're not going to get all of these details. We don't do that. We come to you after the problem is solved and go, last week was a bitch, but here I am. That's what we do. We take it on silently. We take it on the shoulder because it's our job. And whether you like that or not, no, we're not going to be vulnerable. Vulnerable is bullshit. That's a word made up so that men can come and give women the insight. You want to get inside. It's not that we don't have a certain feeling for you, but no, that's not what we share. You go to your boys and go, dog, what would you do in this situation? We bounce it off our boys. We figure out, hey, how would you fix this problem? Can you help me go do it? But that's not part of your world. Our job is to protect and provide and make sure you're good. It's not confide in you. It's not that's anything major. That's not how men operate. So yeah, I need to stop saying, come to me, come to me. I had this discussion with my sister-in-law last week, and she was unhappy. And my brother was like, he just shook his head and walked away like, you asked for it. Because she was like, he could do that to me all the time if he wanted. I said, bullshit. I said, if my brother came to you every Thursday crying about something, she was like, I would try to help him fix it. I go, yeah, you would. But in the back of your mind, you'd be like, damn, he's bitching and crying about this again. You would start to view him as a bitch.
Oh, yeah, that's a different story, yeah.
This is my point. You can't selectively say, be vulnerable, come to me, because y'all only want to hear it so many times. And then you're going to be like, well, dude, fix it. Or what can we do to fix it? Because you're tired of hearing it. So see, we just don't do that. It's not what we do. Now, it doesn't mean no trust or love. It's how we operate. And so I say all that to say the reason that these sensitive punk ass men out here is because there's an agenda and it's working. These hypersensitive guys, these overly emotional, you know what emotional men do? They do what that bitch ass guy did today at UNLV. You know what emotional men do? And I didn't get a chance to share this with you guys last week, but I do have a friend, and if you look it up, it was in Omaha, Nebraska. A friend of mine's niece was murdered by her boyfriend a couple of days after Thanksgiving. It just happened like last Monday. Sensitive ass men. These are boys. That's why men have to be in control. You guys get on us about this kind of stuff, but you better be glad we do have control. It's not about, we like to be stoic, but don't expect your man to fucking, we're not the same as you. Stop asking us to be emotional like you. An emotional man is a dangerous thing. You don't want an emotional man. We have emotions. We're not emotional. And you better be glad. If the world was full of emotional men, it'd be a lot more of y'all dead. I know men whoop the girls and hit them. That's an emotional man. You don't fucking want that. You want a man who's in control of his emotions. And because if not, we let loose. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing.
From that point of view, I get it.
You feel me? You can't do anything if one of us decides to go, but I don't care how tough you think you are. You're not. And so you don't want an emotional man. That's how we were created, you know. And therefore, when I encounter that, I can't stand the bitch that's emotional dude. I don't have a problem with a dude coming to me going, "Hey, bro, something's going on, man. Talk to me. I'm your guy. Let's talk." Don't go. Well, I tell my boy that. I'm fucking telling your auntie and your girls and babies, mamas, all your woes. They view you as a bitch, and you know what happens? Each and every one of them has left him. And I love this man dearly. He's a brother I've never had. I love him. But he keeps getting left and cheated on and disrespected because he shows them what his weakness is. I'm sorry, ladies, but y'all are vindictive. If the minute you decide I have no use for him, I'm bored, he's a bitch, I've got what I want, I can control him, the thrill is gone. Listen, let anybody put any of my shit on the porch and see if it ain't smoke in the city. Whether it's my house or not. You can't call it, only because I love this man so much can he call me and be like, "Dog, she put my shit out." And you're not in jail? See, you can't do that.
And you talking to me?
But you know what? I'd rather them talk to me than go crying to her. Don't you go knock on her door, I'll kick your ass. In front. This is the point. This is why emotion. It's a dangerous thing.
They better put their own shit out with it. Because I'm about to blow everything up.
Also,
you put my shit.
He came up with an angry, damaged mother. His mother was still mad, and when you mad at the little boy who looks just like his daddy, you mad at the little boy who looks just like the same sorry motherfucker that you laid down with, but now you mad at him, you take it out on your son, and your son never truly knows real love. So we talk about love. Love can't carry you but so far. You need rules, regulations, and you need fucking ration out. It ain't just emotion. So this ties all into saying this is why, you know, obviously, if me and my bird was going to break up years and years ago, I would have never gone anywhere one way or the other until my kids tell me, you know what, Daddy, you can get the hell out. You can leave. We're good. Other than that, I can endure all of this because I still rule the rules. I ain't scared of nothing up in here. I do what I want. So I'm not afraid or worried I'm going to be in trouble with this and that. I need to be next to those two crazy motherfuckers because they need me more than I need peace and all this other stuff. But I need mine. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying all that to say it means that much to me because I understand the struggle of it not being there. So I'm here for them. But they're adults now, so it's cool. But I'm still available and at their disposal. But these overly sensitive, sorry, punk crying ass dudes. I can't stand any of them. That's why I love the fact that, you know, my kids like me, they're kind of nonchalant, like, it is what it is. You can't do it. Emotional men hurt people. Too vulnerable of men, sad, out of control men hurt people. And usually if you got the right pocket, like CB said, even if he's there, but not in the same house, but if he's active, I ain't talking about here on Christmas and Easter. I'm talking about active, whether it be every weekend or Wednesdays and Fridays. That's different. That's much more different than I saw him when I was 9, and then I think I was 13. No. But then you need to find a suitable substitute. As long as it ain't, I ain't made on revs and deacons and all that, because those guys. But if you can find a mentor, it is very, very, very much your likelihood of him escaping some of that shit. It goes way up exponentially. So again, it goes back to my. But yeah, this young man, same thing. He gets into, he kills this girl. They're arguing. The police come to the door. They knock on the door. Bow, bow. Killed himself after he killed her. No closure. You tell me what you're gonna do. I'm done. I'm cooked. I'm no good. I'm no good. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I'm this dude, and he was much bigger than she was. He was pretty well built. So again, chances are it went on like that for a long time. And you ladies protect us, guys, because you think you love us. You protect us, even though the red flags are there. I tell my kids all the time, you better hope the police get you before I do, because if I find out some shit like that's going on, I'm killing him and I'm beating your ass conscious. But they've never seen that happen, so they wouldn't know what to do with that kind of thing. They wouldn't have any idea what to do. If somebody came with them crazy, they'd be like, oh my God, they would be like, I can't tell my father because this shit's over. That part. That part. So
All right. This has definitely been a very interesting topic, and maybe in the future we can definitely revisit that, or maybe even expand upon it for next week. Who knows? There's some more flavor into it. Because moving forward, guys, we're definitely going to be having these uncomfortable conversations, but necessary conversations. So be prepared to ruffle a few feathers, those of you in the chat, because we're going to have to agree to disagree on some of these topics, guys. And this is what we want. Variety is the spice of life. We all have our
variety is the spice of life. I like that.
I thought they were liars. So that's an interesting thing. A lot of us were privy to that, if you will, of somebody coming in and going, let me go ahead and for ladies, just let me put this out there for those of y'all that don't know, if you got a decent cat who's willing to do this is way bigger than you think. I know everybody thinks, who wouldn't love my child? He's so amazing. For a male to love another man's child like his own, if you ain't making him fucking grilled cheese sandwiches butt naked, clapping your cheeks and all that, you should be slapped, because in the animal kingdom, by nature, a male kills the young of another man to keep his own line going. So only humans deliberately make that choice. So get off your high horse, drop the masculinity, and people go, what? Praise. That deserves a lot of praise and accolades, because this is somebody voluntarily stepping into something he had nothing to do with and didn't ask for. So just that type of gratitude, it should never go away. I don't care if that kid is 3 or 43. You should every now and then you should just high five him and just top him on off or something like that. Hey, my guy, and then give him a beer and a sandwich and walk away. Guys, do your thing. Like I said, do what you would like to have somebody do for you, whether your dad was there or not. Be the man you saw in your father, or be the man you wished your father would have been. Either way, be that guy, because we need a lot of it. We really do.
For real.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, that looks like a great place to end it there. Do you guys have any final thoughts before we sign off?
Y'all go ahead. I got something though. I do have some final thoughts, but you guys go, please.
Okay. All right, Mimi.
That's it.
Memes? Are you there?
I don't know.
Hello?
Did we lose it?
I guess that's a no.
I think we lost her.
No,
All
she's
right.
still there.
She's there. Okay.
Nah, she's frozen though.
Who's that?
No, she's moving.
There she is.
We talking about you.
Oh, I said one love, God bless, and see y'all next week. And I did my little kisses. Y'all missed all that?
Yeah, we didn't get any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear none of that. We hear none of that.
Somebody wasn't paying attention because the whole thing, I did the whole thing. Like,
I mean,
No,
everybody. We seen
Yeah, that was frozen. You was frozen.
You hear a word.
Yeah.
Oh,
You was
my bad. Okay, well, you heard it now. I got all the attention. Ta-da.
What you got, G?
I'm just gonna leave y'all with the tip of the week.
That's dirty.
The tip of the week is respect yourself.
Ah, thank you, Jesus. Let them know.
I'm a sleeping bonnet. We're inside only. You got teens, bonnets, and berets.
You ain't lying.
We're outside.
Show my little doggy. That one is that's the one.
This is a public service announcement.
I gotta see my little dog. Yeah.
Listen, ladies, if your man teaches your son how to play catch and you wear a bonnet and you ain't making him a sandwich and you ain't shaking your ass, hey, his first lap dance is on me. Get your shit together. Listen, more people that hate me, the better. All right, I'm just gonna say, listen, folks, take care of yourself. Again, guys, be the man you want to be that you've seen. And ladies, if you have one of those, you should always, just you know, you gotta. I would say, show him some underboob. You know, because the word of the day is still underboob. Because
Oh my friggin'.
What? I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there. You know,
I never even seen it. It didn't even come up on my screen.
It didn't come up on mine either. Thank God.
Wait, y'all can't be no hater. Y'all can't be no hater now. Y'all can't. Y'all can't be no hater.
We're supposed to be going around the clock wrapping our last thought.
My bad. Go ahead, do your thing.
You went elsewhere with it.
Oh no, JJ posed a question to you, Rod.
We'll have a class next week. It's what it sounds like. Shit. You got cleavage and then you got underboob. Listen, everybody do your homework. We have, and you know, we'll talk about it later.
JJ, you didn't know that he's got an underboob fetish?
A big one.
He's got a huge underboob fetish.
I'm not a size king, big, small, as long as they got nice shape, I'm good. See, I ain't particular.
Lord.
It's my sickness.
All right, George.
Peace, love, and hair grease.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for rocking with us tonight. You've been listening to CB and the Boys. We come to you every Wednesday as your midweek motivator, offering you music, motivation, conversation, and a whole lot of fun. And hopefully you got that tonight and then some. But don't forget to like us and subscribe. We are at 97 subscribers. So we need to get to that 100. We got to get to those triple digits. And we know that with your help, it can happen. And it can also randomly win you a prize too. Who wouldn't want to rock a beautiful CB and the Boys t-shirt or hoodie as I am wearing tonight? So definitely like us and subscribe. And don't forget to check out our website, cbandtheboys.org. Explore, drop us a line, and our phone number is on there too. So if you call, you never know, one of us just might answer. But you only will find that out if you do it. So anyway, as always, everyone, love yourself, believe in yourself. We believe in you, and we will see you next week. Same time, same station. This is CB, and I'm out. Bye-bye.
have left the building.